Looks like I'm live. We shall see. We shall see. Wait till some folks get in the chat here. I know my internet's still absolutely freaking terrible. They don't do anything. Everything's fine on our end. Okay. Let's see who will join us for today's festivities. Kind of surprised didn't do anything last Sunday because of Mother's Day. Then today, just hauling butt, doing a bunch of different things. And you know what? I'm going live. I'm going to do it. So, and from what I understand, my Sunday live BS sessions, well, guess what? They're going to continue until morale improves. So deal with it, YouTube. You're going to love that replay crew. You're going to love it, replay crew. Those who haven't joined yet, they don't know I said that. Anyway, I hope everybody is having a great morning, afternoon, evening, day of the week, whatever you're watching this. Hope all is well with you. We'll see how things progress here. I don't think I'm going to be going too awful long today because I got a laundry list of stuff to do. And it's a busy day. I got a whole list of things I got to try and get knocked out here today. So we'll see what happens. But back onto the Juice Monster today. Grabbed one last night and said, you know what? I'm going to drink one of them tomorrow. Here I am tomorrow having that Monster. So anyway, let's see when some people get in here, if they get in here. Maybe some people aren't getting notifications. I know how this platform likes to play those games and not send out notifications and stuff. I get it. I'll go for a little bit here, see if anybody joins. If not, then I'm just going to call it Suns. And of course, my connection's unstable. Yeah, of course, my connection's unstable. Getting notifications on the screen. F you, Xfinity. But yeah, re-recording 7 and re-recording episode 49, Less Unfortunate Sons. That one's all about training. The other one, episode 7's all about the Fed and what it is and how it came to be. Oddly enough, Spotify hit me on the copyrights on those for some reason. So I'm going to re-record them and put them back out there because that's what I do. Also, I have episode 52 ready to go for the podcast. We'll be writing episode 53, and I got a bunch of material for that too. But I do have some videos coming out here that I'm going to be shooting and working on and doing some things with. Doing a blade review. I am going to go over the Swiss Tech Stahlhorn. Also, getting into blades. I mentioned to TMT here a while back. I was going to get into doing some blade stuff. Bushcraft knives, fighting knives, utility knives, things of that nature. I will be doing my version of a ghetto home bag for me, for my area. Not the end-all, be-all, definitive answer of what a ghetto home bag should be. Should be simple. We've already kind of ascertained that. We talked about that on Whiskey Wednesday with Randall. And my Get Home bag, which supplements my EDC sling bag. And then I'm going to be going. Jackson, what's up, brother? Good to see you, man. Hope all is well. Going to be going over my designated marksman pack. Also, I'm going to do a video on the scrim highlight. My pack covers, my rifle wraps, my helmet covers, all those kind of things, scrim camo related. So going to be getting into that. I'm awaiting a shipment of scrim so I can start getting back into doing that as well. So when that happens, more stuff will be posted for links to things and so on and so forth. So stay tuned for that, folks. Yeah, and we got some special guests coming up on Whiskey Wednesdays. We are also going to be me on the podcast, on Tin Man TNA podcast. I will be having some special guests on there, as well as your favorite beard doing the schizo rant stuff. Going to be seeing a return of Mando as well. Mando will be joining me. Yeah, so that's kind of what I got going on with that stuff. And that's about that. So, how's it going for you today, Jackson? I'm a tired dog today. Let me tell you. We chilling. Yeah. I'm gonna chill when I'm dead, apparently. Yesterday we ended up helping Isaac move, and it was me, his sister, his brother-in-law, his dad for a while, his cousin, my daughter, and my wife, and we hit it. Horse trailer, 3 trucks, and a few SUVs. And we were helping him move yesterday, and so from 9 a.m. until like 7:30 last night, we're just moving stuff and up and down and up steps and all that kind of crap. And to get to the trucks and trailers, it was like either out the front door, down 3 steps, and up like 40 steps, and then all the way up the hill to get to the trailers and trucks up top, or we have to go through the house and then go up one set of stairs to get to the top floor of the house because it was a divided. He lived in the basement apartment and his landlord lived above. Well, go up the steps through the house, cross a little porch in the back, up a set of steps to like a sitting area patio, and then up those steps to go through the garage. I'm like, no matter what, we're hauling steps and this sucks. But we got him moved. He settled in and he's a homeowner now. So me and his cousin, we downed a beer and we just said, "Hey Isaac, guess what?" Cracked, struck hands and tossed him. We're like, "Hey, congratulations, you're a homeowner now." So as much work as it was, I'm glad we got him moved in and got everything settled for him. So moving on. Dude, I didn't do any kind of PT or anything yesterday just because it was so much moving. It was I even took him my lawnmower so he could go back and mow the old place today, but we'll see what happens because it's been threatening storms the last 2 days. Get a little bit of rain and then just hold off. It's just cold and just like chilly, kind of wet, nasty, stupid, but no like actual rain. Maybe like 2 minutes of rain at any given point, and then it goes away. But one interesting thing we had is he moved out by an airport, the airport in our area, and it's not like tight up against it, but he's not like far away from it. And he's got like a bunch of woods around his house and stuff. But there's a bunch of Blackhawks coming in and flying in and stuff yesterday, just looping around and stuff. And I'm like, oh my gosh, they're listening to us. We had some fun with it, but oddly enough, they were not showing on ADSB Exchange, so I couldn't track them and see what was going on. So they love flying dark, and they probably shouldn't do that because you have, and same thing with like Life Flight, MedStar, the medical helicopters, they should be broadcasting too. Just for the simple fact of if there's other air traffic in the area that's broadcasting, they should be able to see them on radar too. Not just, we're just not turning on the transponder today. No, you should have the transponder on. If we have to wear seat belts and drive the speed limit, they should probably have to transpond their data, where they're at and what they're doing. Just saying. I understand like about 45 minutes from here, they have a air wing out of Johnstown, Pennsylvania, and they work on different helicopters there. There are Blackhawks, there are Little Birds, there are Apaches and Apache longbows that get worked on and serviced and everything up here. But they'll take them out and then they'll fly them around and do their test flights and stuff like that. which is really cool. But I'd like to be able to see the bird like on my screen and be like, oh yeah, that's cool, and like save it and track it and see what he's up to and how he's flying, what all he's doing. It's kind of cool. I'm a nerd like that. I love watching birds, but anyway, I just wish they'd transpond when they do that crap. Fun job. None of my jobs are fun, man. We finally got caught up with everything at work, it would seem. I finished off the last of the wire this past week, and yeah, that's all gone. So now I can start kind of resting. I do have to go Tuesday to get a root canal done, which I'm not looking forward to. Not for the fact that the root canals suck. My guy is like really freaking good, but I'm just not looking forward to Tuesday. Just to be fair, just the day in general. Because a day off work, and then I know if I'm off, then stuff's gonna compile. Then Wednesday, I'll have a myriad of crap I have to jump into when I get back. But whatever, such is life. Such is life. But oh man, the old wrists from carrying stuff in awkward positions. Twin, what's up, brother? Welcome. Thank you guys for jumping in. Thank you, fellas. So, loving the Hoffman Super Safety, loving it, loving it, loving it, and yeah, I'm gonna. I think I'm gonna partake too. Yeah, man, gotta help the kids, man. Always gotta help the kids. That was us yesterday. We had some laughs along the way, and thankfully Isaac went out and took his cooler and went and got some, libations for us and grabbed us some beer and waters and sodas and stuff. So it was kind of cool. But yes, the super safety, I think I will be venturing down that rabbit hole at some point here, probably for the Minuteman's saw. But I will need to get my tools and stuff to make that happen. You gentlemen understand, I'm sure. Yeah, I maybe ended up getting some tools that I need to do the last 20%, shall I say? Yeah. So I'm waiting for that stuff, and we'll see what happens. Yeah, I got all those kind of tools and stuff like that. I mean, I got all that stuff, but like to complete the last 20% of certain parts, yeah, if you catch my drift on that. ACR, welcome, brother. Yeah, it's doing that last 20% of the work that I'm focused on at this point. Because I want to make this special. I want to make it special from my hands doing the things and whatnot. Kind of like I did my little buddy. Um, yeah, I'm thinking like 18-inch heavy barrel, Magpul bipod, Magpul ACSL stock. Um, Kind of leaning into like a 3-power prism, perhaps. Simple weapons mounted light up front, and yeah, getting some of them D60s and perhaps a 100-round beta. It's gonna be interesting work, and I know Johnny Depp knows about 18 inches. He knows all about them 18 inches. And yeah, I am looking at a muzzle device though. Um, just got the yard finished. J bro, what's happening, man? Archangel, my dude. It's my boy J bro. But yeah, doing a linear comp on the front of that Minuteman saw. So the rest of you guys know Archangel is a buddy of mine here from PA. So Been buds for several years. Fellow Minuteman, if you will. But yeah, that linear comp. I want to reduce I want to like mitigate the flash altogether. I don't care so much about sound suppression. It does lower the report by a few decibels, but it's not like enough to qualify it even as like a suppressor or anything. It's not an item on that list. Kind of avoiding all that crap altogether. My connection dropping and coming back on because my internet is absolute shit. But he called me up and said, "Hey, I want to." You're funny. You're funny, ACR. But no, he wanted me to talk to him about the suppressor stuff because he was thinking about going and getting one. And I said, with how one day it's this, one day it's that, then they're having a big pissing match about things. I definitely need a refund on all this internet. Like, we were watching a movie the other day, just streaming, and it's like buffering. I'm like, what the? It's 2025. Like, why? Why? So, but all my line tests, everything here to my house, in my house, to what's called the OPB, the outdoor premise box, where the cable company hooks in. Everything from this device here all the way through my network in the house. Everything here is good. It's just from their end out, there's something going on, but they don't seem to think there's anything wrong. They run a line test and they were able to actually just hit the modem and router, the gateway. Oh no, everything's good. Jacob 2A guy. What's up, man? Welcome. Those hamsters definitely need to step up their game, ACR. I'm thinking about firing the hamsters and employing the chipmunks of the neighborhood. Lawfully, welcome, my friend. I will not chungus them like TNT does his. I am going to keep them fit, and I'm gonna like get them, on gainer like protein and like get them their aminos and all that kind of stuff, and get pre-workout into them. Then put those guys on the wheel and see how them chipmunks can do versus the hamsters, because the hamsters suck. But yeah, doing linear comp, get rid of flash, lower the report a little bit. I told my nephew, don't worry about suppressor, because one day it's one thing, one day it's another thing. They don't really like. There's no clear cut like end in sight. They're just playing flaccid sword fighting, and they're going to continue to do that. So forget all that. Go with a linear comp. So that's what I'm looking at doing on that thing. I do also want to, like I said, the 3-power prism. So in that way I can kind of lean into any type of enabler that I put onto it, whether it be thermal or night vision or anything like that. Clip-on enablers, they'll be able to run with it perfectly fine. So there's that in the future. But you have, in this case, Johnny Depp cannot hold a candle. Johnny Depp cannot compete with the amount of flaccidity, I made a word, flaccidity, that our powers that be have swinging around playing sword fighting. There's no this. It's all this. They're a bunch of gimps. Yeah. Yeah. Mm-hmm. And my hats off to ACR going out and hitting that yard with the plate carrier and everything. My boys I was with yesterday moving stuff, they thought it was the greatest thing. They were like just like losing their shit about it. They aren't on YouTube. If they were, they would definitely be subscribing for that alone. But like they were like, holy crap. I was like, yeah, and he's in Houston and it's hot as there. So, and then I showed him the picture of the aftermath. They're like, oh my God. I was like, yeah, he's gonna need a liquid IV or several. But doing the old juicy, the Viking berry juice again today. Love that stuff. Blackberry flavor to it. Love it. Love it. If y'all ain't had blackberry Dr. Pepper, if you don't drink soda, understand. If you do drink some soda, that blackberry Dr. Pepper, life changing. Amazing stuff. Amazing stuff. You need to if you drink Monsters, you were showing me that what is it, the dang Black Rifle super stuff. Yeah, I like this. I'll take this over that. The Viking Berry is, yeah. Where your got lit yesterday. Reason rock reason 556 why ACR's fat. Dr. Pepper. Yes, that Dr. Pepper. Yeah, I if I had one reason to be fat, I would definitely choose Dr. Pepper. My wife had, after we got home, we ended up running into the neighbors in the backyard here. We like, hey, kind of deal. She had, I sent Andrew the picture of it. What is it? It was a Blockhouse Brewing Poolside, a pineapple lemon flavored shandy, and it was actually rather good. I had an old fashioned, but the old fashioned I had came from like a maker, not a person making it. So the computer decided what an old fashioned should taste like. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. That pug's amazing. But yeah, that shandy was actually pretty good. Oh, the stickers up here. Yeah, that's like some guys throw them on their gun safes. I have a whole room, so I just throw all my stickers on the ammo cabinet. Wait a minute. When we were moving yesterday, I actually pulled the Waymint. I actually pulled that yesterday. I was like, wait a minute. You guys are like, what? I'm like, wait a minute. They had no idea, so I had to show them the context of it. It's freaking hilarious. Is that kid actually from North Carolina? If so, that kid should be a legend. Well, he's probably not a kid now. He's probably a teenager. Because I could say that kid's from up here in like Confluence or Myersdale or something, and it'd be fitting as well. Probably from West Virginia. And he's probably got an uncle grandpa. Right? He probably is, Andrew. He probably is. Oh. His brother's dad's son. Uncle Grandpa with 7 toes. Delving into the Nephilim bloodline. 2 rows of teeth, 6 fingers, 6 toes. Eyes way out here. Kind of reminds me of like, what is it? The Dunkel. Dang right. Ryan, I did reply to your email, brother. So took me a minute, but I got to it. So I got your medic up. But yeah, man, the whole eyes out here. There was what was it? The like Snow White or something like that, or Ariel from the New Little Mermaid or some crap like that. Like the girls, their eyes are like out here, and it's like, what is happening? Look like nematodes or something. They usually put like nature usually puts the eyes out further so they can see predators easier. So, just saying, just saying, they're prey. They're not predators. Then sometimes you get the eyes that are like right in here, like you get like the alien stare. It's weird, real weird. Yeah, I really didn't have much topics to go over for anything today. Got some videos coming out here. Replay crew already heard about it. Going to be going over the Swiss Tech Stahlhorn. Um, going to be doing a review on that thing now that I've had it for a while and I've got to use it, do some stuff. So I'm going to be going over the Stahlhorn. I'm going to get into a blade video of bushcraft blades, fighting knives, utility knives, things like that. What I use, not necessarily what everybody needs to use. Use what you got, but think of some of these things whenever you're trying to purchase a bushcraft knife or trying to purchase a fighting knife. When it comes to knives, that's my jam. Um, don't always just buy like a $400 knife and think that that's the end all be all. It's not. I'd rather spend like $100 or sub $100 and then be able to have multiple knives. So gonna be covering that. I am going to do a get home bag video, um, but it's for me and my AO, not the end all be all, not definitive answer. Keeping it simple. Um, it works in conjunction with my EDC sling bag that I have a video on here going over that thing. Going to be going over the designated marksman pack. Um, working on that right now. Also, I'm going to do a scrim highlight for what Metal at Tin Man TNA, the scrim stuff that I produce, what I got, what I do. Just a simple highlight on the pack cover, highlight on the wraps for the rifles, and highlight on my helmet covers. Going over the podcast stuff. I got episode 7 about the Fed, and I have episode 49, Less Than Fortunate Sons, all about training. Those were the two that I had to have removed because they said I copyright infringed or whatever. I didn't, but they're trying to say I did. So I took those down. I'm going to re-record them and then re-release them here as in season 3. Have episode 51 coming out tomorrow, only on Spotify, and I have 52 here ready to be recorded. And working on getting some guests in, one of which is Metal, or with Metal is Mando. Mando will be joining me on the podcast again. Fan favorite there. Got a lot of feedback whenever Mando joined me on the Navy SEALs bugging guide. So he's going to come back in. We're going to have a BS session about whatever because it's Mando and he's autistic and I love him. So doing that in episode 53 and so on with all the schizoness and special guests. Let me catch up with the chat here for a minute. AK-22s. I have not messed with any of the AK stuff in years. I'll defer to the chat on that because I haven't messed with any AK anything in quite a while. Johnny Depp definitely would not like helmet covers. That's why 5 kids. Yeah, I played the 5th. Yeah, and we'll get that. I'll get with you, twin, when the time comes, and we'll do the magic with it. There's the guys that their pullout game is strong. There's the guys that their pullout game is lacking. There's the guys that are like, nah, huh. So just play a game with the fickle hand of fate and see what happens. I have a friend that has 12 kids. I love kids, but there's no way. There is no way in God's green earth that I would. No, no, nope. Yeah, 12. It's insane. Like, I'm like, are you trying to repopulate your county or something? He's like, no, we just like kids. I'm like, no, no, no. Hard pass. Yeah, I'd have to agree with ACR and 20 the guys. Like AK-22, if you have an AK and that's what you're rocking, 7.62 by 39, and that's your platform, having the 22 version of that to train with, it's going to save you money and ammo. Um, Still got the same feel, same vibe, everything like that. I eventually would like to get another AK. I did have one a while back, some years ago, and I loved it, but I like my SKS more. SKS is modified to take AK mags, so I could do everything pretty much about the same as what an AK could, except my SKS was far more accurate than what my AK was. So I just stuck with the SKS. I would like to get another AK just for the simple fact of they've become more and more and more popular in the community, and 7.62 by 50 or 7.62 by 39 and 5.56 223 are like the two most common calibers in the modern preparedness world. So I like to have something that isn't just a big honking piece of wood like my SKS is. Cover on mine or issue helmets black. It's a little bit better. Yeah, green. If I'm having to cover black, I like using green. I have a gas mask pouch that is black, and I want to put it on a leg shingle, um, left leg, drop leg, since my pistol's on the right. Um, but I'm going to redo it as green, just because it's easier to use green to hide the black. Start a farm and put the kids to work. The children crave the mines. That's why they came out with the game Minecraft, because they're yearning to go back to work in the mines. I can enjoy the black lung. Well, just you know, somebody throw out a affiliate link and promo code for parcel safety or Mira safety, and they can get their own gas mask and go back to work in the mines. Get that black lung going. They'd be like, wait a minute, I bet that kid would be in the mines. That way you can see the deposits on either side of the wall, either side of the tunnel. Yeah, the SKS I love. Um, it's been a great rifle for me. I've had it for forever. I've had it for like 25 years. Loved it. Um, it just came with a flat top on it. Well, it is fucked up, but it is funny. You are right. But the upper receiver was slick, so I ended up getting. I think it was one from like NC Star or something. They were the only place I could find that had anything that would allow me to use pick rails, but also have a peep window that I could still use the iron sights. So I redid it with that upper receiver cover, and I had an old BSA red dot I threw on it, and it does the job. I mean, it hits where I want it to. So I'm not complaining about it. It's just big and clunky. I I would like to get a 308. Um, I think if I did end up getting into a 308 again, it'd probably end up being in a bolt. Um, I figure if I do an AR-10, I would want it in 6.5 Creedmoor because I already have 6.5 Creedmoor aplenty. I already have magazines that'll work with it, and so on and so on. So yeah, so I'd probably go 6.5 Creed if I was doing an AR-10, which isn't out of the realm of possibilities down the road, but it's not one of my go-tos. Like, I wouldn't be constantly using the dang thing. Um, I do like this 6.5 Creedmoor though. I'm not gonna lie. I shot it on many other calibers and rounds, and I don't know, something about that 6.5 round, whether it's in the Grendel or it's in the Creedmoor, it's just like a whip crack, and it just it just sounds so awesome leaving the barrel. Super safety and a 308 equals broke. Well, yeah. I mean, he does have that 308 on its way at some point, but yeah, I'm gonna do that one that I have to do 20% of the work on, and that would be like the next project thing, and it may take me like a year or so to build. I don't know. I'm not really like I have to do it. I don't like get into it like that. Like when I was doing a project with like my Grendel, I wanted it done, so I hurried up and did it and got it done. I focused on that, and that was that. But with like my shorty, it took me like 6-8 months to build it. She spits like Johnny did. Well, hello, Paige. How be ya? But yeah, I don't have anything pressing like that that I just like want to do like that. So I got everything I need. Now it's like getting into the stuff I want. With everything else going on, I'm just holding off on the stuff I want. Got more important stuff to worry about. Self restraint is definitely crucial. It's crucial. Mossberg MVP is a great bolt action. I'm a huge fan of the Savage 110s. Um, I 110 GRS, my 6.5 Creed, and I love that thing. Well, Glory, welcome, sir. Date later about it. Let me do. Hmm. Yeah, if they do triggers for by 51s, I mean, scars are cool. I've shot scars. They're cool. I preferred the ACR. No pun intended to Andrew, but I preferred the ACR rifle over the scar. Got to shoot it in the 6.5 configuration, or sorry, 6.8 SPC configuration. Um, that was kind of cool. I like that thing. But it went nowhere. No, I don't think Glory's 90 years old. He's probably eating lunch, as he said. Cook lunch, which will also be dinner. My daughter ended up ordering a couple big old pizzas last evening. Then we got busy and sweating and stuff doing the moving and such. And yeah, by the time like dinner time came around, we had to run to the store to get some stuff. And I'm like, snack time. So we ended up getting a bunch of snacks and taking back with us. Ruger American Ranch and 5.56. That would be a very cool gun. Um, I got what is it? I can't remember what caliber he has, but yeah, one of my nephews has Ruger American Ranch. He loves that thing. He just got his left-handed stag arms back from getting Cerakoted, and that thing looks so sick. Oh, fried tendies, chicken tendies. Love us some chicken tendies and fries. The adult Happy Meal. Sorry, I do like the adult Happy Meal. Hey, some places you go. Hey, Medic Up, take care, man. Thanks for stopping in. And yeah, I got you that email I sent back to you. So hit me up. We'll talk, brother. Um, the chicken tendies thing. There are some places you go that those tendies are just so good. You got to get them. You go some places and like, okay, I go there for stromboli, or I go there for a burger, I go there for pasta or something. But some of them places, man, you just gotta go for them freaking tendies because they're good. Baked potatoes, green beans. Ooh, bacon. Can't go wrong with bacon. Can't go wrong with the bacons. Oh, let's see. Who do we got here? New York strips, potatoes, and bacon wrapped corn on the grill today. Ooh, better than flour, panko, and half a bottle of Danos. Hmm. Hmm. I have no idea what we're doing. I'm like, I'm so hungry I could ride a horse. But yeah, I'm like, I could eat half the freaking house. Reason number 654 why metal still has a gut. No matter how much I work, I love to eat. Doesn't matter how much I freaking hit the bike, do my workouts, whatever. No, no, I like to eat. Go wash clothes and you got leftover tacos. Yeah, I saw those tacos you were making last night, dude. Oh, they look good. They look good. Clear listed reason number 723. Wow. It's funny how we keep finding these reasons. They just keep popping up. Catch you later, ACR. Um, yeah, so we had a boat. A boat hit the Brooklyn Bridge. Y'all see that? Y'all see that happening? A Mexican boat at that. Y'all catching any of that stuff? It's interesting. It's interesting. And there were people up on the masts and up on the sails. Like, hmm, why? Why were there people up on sails and up on the mast when it hit the bridge? Why did it hit the bridge? What's with boats hitting bridges anymore? Like, yeah, like why were they on the mast? It makes no sense. Um, yeah, I don't. I was like reading some stuff on Twix about it, and I'm like, I'll get into it later. Like maybe I'll cover that on episode 53 or something. Do a little bit more of a deep dive on it. But yeah, as for now, it's like just weird, just weird. Not something don't seem right with it though. I mean, like most things anymore, stuff don't seem right. But apple juice. Yeah, it was supposed to be like Mexican Navy or something. I don't know. I really don't know. I When I first saw it, I thought it was like a joke or like CGI or something stupid, like AI kind of stuff. But I'm like, what? I just don't get it. Let me jump on here. Um, Okay, it was apparently a not just some boat. Um, it's a sail training ship for the Mexican Navy, the Arm Coatemac. Hmm. Yeah, as I'm watching this thing hit, I'm like, why would they even take that boat under the bridge without knowing ahead of time that it had clear or not? Um, Apparently, it was named after the last Aztec emperor. The ship was built in Spain according to a German design, and the Aztecs, well, they only had rafts and dugout canoes, so yeah, they're saying ceremonial Mexican Navy boat here to celebrate America's 250th. Yeah, it's just weird. Like I'm looking through here just real quick on Twix, and it's like it wasn't necessarily an antique. It's just it was designed for sail training in the Mexican Navy, and it was named after the Aztec emperor, um, like a commemorative boat or something. I don't know, kind of like the U.S. Constitution or something like that, being the only wooden ship still in the U.S. Navy. Um, yeah, like they have cadets standing up on the mast. It's like, what the heck? Expand remain in Mexico. Navy ships, right? Nail on the head there, lawfully. You like, it was a cool ship. Definitely was a cool vessel, but apparently the wind was pushing it back, although it had furled sails. Either they didn't calculate the height of the bridge, or it got pushed back by currents or wind into the bridge. You know, enough about that because it's like, well, that's just dumb. But yeah, it just doesn't add up. Like, I don't know. You have trucks, going on truck routes, delivering stuff and long haul truckers and stuff like that. They look at the overpasses to see, okay, the clearance is listed. Well, we know how tall our masts are on our ship, so we might not want to try and go near that frickin' bridge. Just saying. Just saying. Brooklyn Bridge was their FAFO, suckers, and Brooklyn Bridge 1, Mexican naval ship 0. Yeah, we're gonna hear all kinds of stuff about this thing over the next few days, I'm sure, or it'll just get memory hold. But as a lot of stuff anymore, it gets memory hold, which is why I have the podcast. Um, got all kinds of record of stuff, man. What's going on? So, but here's to y'all today. Got the apple juice up. That's probably the only apple juice I'm gonna have today. I'm probably gonna switch to whiskey later. But I got a lot of recording to do, a lot of work to do here today. Um, we will be live at 7 Eastern on Wednesday for Whiskey Wednesday. Back at you again. Back to regularly scheduled programming. You will have me and Mr. Andrew, ACR Protect, and a special guest this week. I will be making a post about it, a reminder post here, probably Monday, Tuesday, somewhere in there. I don't know. And pay attention for the Easter eggs. Always like to drop those. Um, but yeah, we'll be back with Whiskey Wednesday this Wednesday. Jacob, take care, my friend. Um, Topic this week is going to be about training and the importance of martial arts in preparedness that often gets overlooked, where it gets a laser focus on one style of martial art that isn't probably the best for preparedness and defense and general scope of things. But we're going to get into that topic here this Wednesday with our guest, who has quite a bit of martial arts experience, as I do myself. Been teaching for close to 30 years and love it. Love it. That's about all I got for you guys here today. Kind of do a short form here today. Get in, say hi, let y'all know I'm still alive. And I'm still as beautiful as ever. Yeah, right. Broke down Jason Statham. But anyway, you guys have a great morning, great afternoon, great evening. Replay crew, get in there and comment that whole replay crew thing. Make sure you're going through this chat over here. And if you're just lurking, you're subscribing to these guys. They got the channels because they got great content creators in here in the chat today. And we always have great content creators that get into the chats and mix it up. A lot of great folks. So get in there and give them some love. Subscribe, do the likes and the sharings and all that stuff. And make sure you're tuning in to the Tin Man TNA podcast on Spotify. New episode out tomorrow at 0700 Eastern. And that is all I got for you today. That's it. So y'all take care. And until next time, metal out.